Welcome back, guys, to the Max Out Show. Today, we're going to discuss the most important decision that you can ever make in your life. And that is simply the choice that no matter what happens in your life, you're going to live in a beautiful, abundant, happy, blissful state of mind every single moment of your life. Listen to me, most people, when they want to become happier, they go external. They wait for their dream job. They wait to graduate high school, college. They wait to find their dream partner or finally make the money they want to have or finally be able to travel the world so that then finally they can be happy. But the problem is, the moment you go external, in other words, the moment you make your happiness, your internal state of mind, your joy, your peace, your love, your bliss, the moment you make those things dependent upon more on the outside world, you've lost the entire game. Because more money, more success, more adoration will never ever fill you up. Those things are an internal job. The brain is incredibly good at adapting to external things. There's this principle called hedonic adaptation, which basically means that whatever circumstances you have in your life, whether really good or really bad, your brain will over time adapt to them. So whether you win the lottery and become a millionaire, or whether you're stuck in one of the most horrible situations you can possibly imagine, your brain over time will adapt. And the impact it will have on your happiness, on your state of mind, will steadily diminish. What that means is the only way to create the love, the joy, the ecstasy, the abundance that you want to experience in your life is to go internal. How you want to choose your life day after day and moment after moment. There's a man named Viktor Frankl. You may have heard of him. Until 1942, he was just a normal psychiatrist in Austria. And when the Nazis took over, he, his family, his friends were thrown into the Nazi death camps. And for the next 3 years, he saw his family and his best friends die around him. And over time, he started to pay attention. He began to study what makes people keep going when all hope seems lost. How do you keep fighting when life is just misery and pain and suffering? What he found was this. He said, between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space lies our freedom to choose our response. And in our response lies our freedom and our growth. What he found was that by stepping between stimulus and response, between the external world and the inner world, we have the power to choose how we want to feel, to choose how we want to create our lives, to choose what we want to stand for, to choose how we want to, the kind of emotions, the kind of thoughts we want to experience, we want to embody. And this right here is the most powerful decision you can make in your life. That no matter what happens, even if you're in the most horrible circumstances, like he was, that you're still going to find meaning, you're still going to find purpose by stepping between stimulus and response and choosing how you want to experience life. And so how do we go about that? Well, there's this 3-step process that I teach to all of my clients that I promise you, if you start applying this in your life, it will change your life forever. And it all starts with awareness. How do you feel right here, right now? It can be a tricky question sometimes, but you can, tell me, tell yourself really, on a scale from 1 to 10, where you're currently feeling, right? Where you're currently at, or even better, which exact emotions are you currently experiencing? Psychologists call this emotional granularity. The more clear you can get on exactly what you're currently feeling, frustration, anger, boredom, fear, love, excitement, confidence, the more aware you can get of that, the more you take away and take back the power again into your life, the more you can begin to control again. The moment you can say, hey, I feel sad because this thing in my life, that moment you take the power back. And then you're able to move on to a second step, which is intention. And this right here is the most powerful thing you could ever do in your life. Choose how you want to feel, how you want to experience life every single moment of your life. Do you want to feel ecstatic, blissful, happy, peaceful, confident, certain, abundant, loving, kind, curious, grateful? What is it? What are the 3 to 5 emotions that for the rest of your life, from the moment you wake up till the moment you fall asleep, you want to experience? Listen, this is the part where you take back the control, where you intentionally decide that this is who I'm gonna be. This is how I'm gonna feel every single day. So just ask yourself, hey, if today was gonna be one of the greatest days of my life, which emotions would I wanna feel? And the moment we've done that, we've got the awareness, right? We know how we're currently feeling. We know the intention. We know how we want to feel. Now the third step is all about transformation. It's all about switching from where you are right now to the state that you truly want to experience. And so there's 2 main skills here: mastering our physiology and changing our mental focus. What does that mean? Well, physiology is essentially how you use your body. And there's this feedback loop, and we all know this, right? If you just close your eyes for a moment and you imagine 2 different people, one totally depressed and the other one ecstatic and happy, what do you see? Well, the depressed person, the sad person, probably, slumped over, the head down, shallow breathing, right? Looking down on the floor. And a happy person, ecstatic, they're moving, they have a smile on their face, right? They're expansive. Psychology determines physiology. How we think determines how we use our body. That's why in our friends, for example, we can tell in an instant how they're feeling just by looking at their body language, just by looking at their facial expressions. But it's equally true that physiology also influences psychology. How you use your body influences what's going on in your mind. There's a reverse feedback loop from your body and from your face to your brain that says essentially, hey, when I'm moving like this, it must mean I'm feeling like this. Studies show, for example, power posing, making yourself as expansive, as wide as possible, creates more confidence and more energy in you. When you put a smile on your face, and this can even be a fake smile. Researchers do this, for example, by simply taking a pen and sticking it between your teeth. When you do that, it forces you to artificially smile. And people report actually feeling better because of it. What that means is the fastest way to change your state of mind is by radically changing your physiology, by moving a little bit more, by expanding yourself, making yourself wide and big. Taking your shoulders back, putting a smile on your face is the fastest way to radically change how you feel right here, right now. And so the second skill then that you can develop for this is mental focus. On average, we have about 60,000 thoughts every single day. How many of those make you happy? How many of those actually help you live the kind of life that you want to live? How many of those actually energize and excite you for your life? If you're like most people, you probably spend more time thinking about Kim Kardashian and SpongeBob and Donald Trump than you do about who you want to be and how you want to experience life. And so it's time to take back that power by deliberately choosing what you're going to think about all day. Because your focus determines your reality. If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is you think about, oh, my back hurts and I've got this challenge here and I've got this problem at work and I've got so much stuff to do and what if my life could be more like this and what if I could just be on vacation? If you wake up in the morning and your internal reality is made up of all of these negative thoughts, you're gonna live a miserable existence. And so what you wanna do instead is, from the moment that you wake up till the moment that you fall asleep, you wanna deliberately and intentionally decide, first of all, how you wanna feel, and then secondly, what kind of thoughts do I need to run through my mind in order to feel that way? If you want to feel grateful, maybe ask yourself, hey, what am I grateful for? If you want to feel excited, ask yourself, what am I excited about in my life? What's currently going on that's amazing? There's a list of questions to ask myself every single day. How can I make today one of the greatest days of my life? How can I fall more in love with myself and my life? How can I push myself to grow and get a little bit better and stronger? What skills am I going to learn? Who am I going to meet? How do I want to connect? Who are the people in my life that today I want to make them really happy? What's the impact I'm going to have today? How am I going to get closer to my vision, to my goals, to the ultimate character I want to build? When you ask yourself these questions, they will change your focus. Your brain is just like Google. When you type in a question, it will spit out an answer. When you consistently ask yourself, what do I love about myself? What do I love about my life? In the beginning, it might be a little bit difficult, but over time, after you repeat this a couple of times, your brain will become trained. It will become literally more effective at focusing on these things and answering them. It'll be like, well, I love this character trait about me. I love my energy. I love my enthusiasm. I love my kindness. I love how I always show up for my friends. No matter what it is. But the moment you change your questions, the answers that come out, and therefore the emotional states that you experience, will be radically different. The second thing you can do to change your mental focus is simply affirmations. This is what now every elite athlete on the planet uses to change their focus. I'm radiating love and abundance and kindness. I'm full of bliss and joy and energy. I embody curiosity, gratitude, love, whatever it is. You choose your emotions and then you tell yourself that over and over and over again in the form of an identity statement. I am loving and kind. I radiate positivity and energy. And guess what? As you repeat that over and over and over again, you will start to actually believe that you're that kind of person. Identity is a huge driving force of human behavior. In other words, what you believe about yourself will absolutely determine how you're going to think and how you're going to act. And the moment you start to believe, because you've told yourself 1,000 times, I'm a kind person, and you follow that up with action. I'm a loving person, and you follow that up with action. I'm full of confidence, and you start to change your physiology to a confident state. You start to think confident thoughts of all the successes you've had. In that moment, you take back your control. And so guys, this 3-step tool, first of all, gaining awareness of how you're currently feeling. Secondly, setting an intention for how you want to feel. And then thirdly, transforming that through physiology by changing how you move, and mental focus by changing the questions you ask yourself to more powerful ones, and typing in affirmations and identity statements saying, I am powerful, I am loving, I'm kind. When you start applying this tool, and you can literally do this every single moment, every single second of your life, from the moment you wake up till the moment you fall asleep, your life will radically change for the better. Because now you're in control. Now you're not dependent on external things anymore. You're not dependent on your love life or your career or your health to be perfect, but rather you can choose that regardless of what is going on in my life, I'm going to choose my response. I'm going to choose and deliberately and intentionally decide exactly how I'm going to show up in this world. So guys, let me know how this works for you. I promise you, if you start applying this, it will radically change your life for the better. Lots of love and see you soon.